conduct capacity building and empowerment. That's the unit of competence, which we're going to discuss in today's class. So before we go on, let me call the register and know the people in class. Nevin Akinyi.
Present, sir.
Muramba Dennis.
Present, sir.
Rhoda.
Present, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So in our class today, we are going to start by looking at the specific objectives that we are going to cover in today's lesson. So the session title is to conduct needs assessment as per the organization policy. The specific objectives is to define the needs assessment, identify different types of needs, and explain how to conduct needs assessment. So we're going to start by looking at a picture here. I would like you to tell me what you see, any word you see in that picture. What do you see? Yes, Nevin?
Performance.
Yeah, performance. Another? Venik?
Assessment.
Dennis?
Decisions.
Decisions. Okay, if you look at all those words in that diagram, you realize that all those words there, they are in one way or another talking about assessment of needs. The assessment of needs within a community. In one way or another, when you're going to do the needs assessment, we're going to look at how are we going to look at the performance, how are we going to make decisions within the community, and how all that is going to contribute to the well-being of the community. So, we start by defining needs. We start by defining the needs. Sorry, I'm having an issue with So we are going to start by defining needs assessment. So I could like one of us to tell us what you understand by needs assessment. Yes, Nevin?
According to me, needs assessment is the process for determining the gap between the current and the desired outcome.
Yes, that's true. Through needs assessment, we can see where we are and where we desire to be. Yes, Rhoda?
Can say needs assessment is process of identifying maybe gaps or issues that either individuals have or community?
Yes, identifying the problems the individuals have or generally the community. That is true. Through needs assessment, we can be able to understand where we are, the current condition, and where we desire to be after a development activity or an empowerment process. Now, let's look at different types of needs. Any type of need that you know? Yes, Nevin?
We have the needs that are recognized by the individual or groups of people.
Exactly. Those are the perceived needs within the community. That's how we refer them. Another one? Yes, Nevin?
We have the communicated needs.
Yeah, these are the needs which are expressed by members of the community, and we refer them as the expressed needs. And then from there, we have another type of need. Yes, Muramba Dennis?
If I may try, can you have personal needs as an example of need?
Yes, personal needs are there, but when we classify them under the three types of classification we are looking at here, we can classify them under the expressed needs. That's a good observation. And then we have the relative needs. Now the relative needs, this is when you try to prioritize between the perceived and the expressed needs within the community. So those are the three types of needs. When you're going to do your needs assessment, you will have to understand the three types of needs. Now that we understand the types of needs, it's good we look at how can you conduct the needs assessment. In conducting needs assessment, we're going to look at different ways with which you can be able to understand the needs of the community. So what are some of the ways can we do the needs assessment? Kajuju?
Data analysis.
Through data analysis, yes. Yes?
Brainstorming.
Through brainstorming. Yes, Nevin?
Through identifying your team's needs.
Identify the needs of the team. That is true. Another trial from the class. Okay, we can also, yes, Dennis?
Yeah, we can use what we call the focus group discussions.
Through focus group discussions. And then we can also do secondary data collection. This is where we're using either the literature, existing literature, which is there to tell us some of the needs within the community. Yes, Kajuju, your hand is up. Okay, maybe it was by mistake.
I'm sorry.
Then we have the primary data collection. This is where you can get the quantitative and the qualitative data directly from people. That's the members of the community, meaning the community members can also tell you what are some of their needs, as even Dennis earlier indicated in his contribution. You can also do interviews, and these interviews, you gather the information, the in-depth information from people, because they can be able to tell their needs and the experiences within the community. So that is it with the needs assessment and how you can do the needs assessment. Now I could wish class to tell us, what have you learned in our today's lesson? Yes, Kajuju?
I've learned about the types of needs, and an example is the expressed needs.
True, that's good. Any other contribution from the class? Yes, Dennis?
Yes, I've learned about the ways through which you can conduct data, not data, but needs assessment.
Yeah, the ways you can conduct data needs assessment.
Through interviews.
Yeah. Through interviews. Somebody else to tell us what you have learned today? Yes, Grace? Grace, your hand is up.
Oh, sorry. Okay, number one, I've learned how to conduct need assessments. One
Yes.
way I've learned is through dissemination, data analysis, brainstorming. Yes.
Wow, that's good. Now that tells us in our today's class, people have got something to do with needs assessment. And when we go out there, we can really understand how we can do the needs assessment. Now we're going to finish our class with an assignment where you're going to explain the importance of needs assessment in community development. That assignment carried 10 marks and it will be submitted in our next class. So thank you for your attendance, and that marks the end of our class today.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.